Welcome back to our video series on using Book Creator. If you remember the last video, we talked a little bit about how a teacher can generate an invite code and have students join their library. I want to go back just 1 second to show you some of the features that you have with the library that you can create. You'll notice you have options that you can customize your library, including the ability for students to search for images, the option for students to edit their own books, and then this option which will allow students to read each other's books. Now, out of all of these options, I would keep everything on. The one option that you might want to turn off is this option. You'll see in a second when students create their own books, they'll be able to edit and read any books that they've authored, but they won't be able to see their classmates' books in your library. So either way, you can turn that on or you can turn that off, but once your settings are set, you'll use this invite code to have students join your library. So now this is the student view, and I'm inside the teacher's library. I use that code to add myself to the current library, which you can see at the top. It's just called Demo, and there's nothing inside here. So the first thing that I'm going to do as a student is click on this button that says New Book. Now you have a few different options on here. You can choose a blank book. You can see some of the sizes right over here. This is pretty much an option that I leave to students unless you're trying to do a collaborative book, and then it's best to have all of the books in the same format, so you just may want to specify. The other option are templates, where you can see Book Creator has provided you with several different templates that you can just customize and modify. This is a great feature which we'll look at a little bit later, but I'm just going to choose blank book, and I'm going to choose landscape. And right now, I'm ready to start. You'll notice that this is the cover. It's my turn to go in and design a cover, and we'll talk about some ways that you can add media in the next video. But I did want to show you one thing that will make your life a lot easier as a teacher, is once your students click on that orange button to create their new book, when they've created their size, the one thing that you might want them to do is to just click on this button that says My Books. The only books that will show up in the library will be ones that that student has authored, or the books that you author as the teacher. Because we turned that setting off, all of the other books that students in the class create will not be visible. But the one thing that you want to do is have students edit this section where they will choose a name. So this is a book about a dog. I'm going to call this one My Dog. And once I have that title, I can go in and edit. This will just be a lot easier than the default title which Book Creator often leaves. So what we've learned so far, we've learned how to create a library. We've learned some of the settings that you can assign in that library. We've learned how students can join your library and how they can create a new book. In the next video, we'll talk a little bit about some of the tools that Book Creator has available to create.